Alright. Because I think the other recording, the first recording was at 2 hours, so we'll leave this a similar length. Because I want to say that was... Oop. First video was hour 53 at 14 gigs, so that's not bad. And that one we just did was hour 47 at 13 gigs. Which it is a little high, but that's because I have it recording in a little better bit of quality. Not the best, but like the one before it. Little better than normal. Yeah, I'll have to see about Adobe. Because I think last time I grabbed it, it was $5 or something like that. Which isn't bad. Thank you. Doon doon ducka doon doon doon. Nom nom nom. Rakaniso. Another yellow dagger. Oh, I can't even use that yet. Level 10? It seems a little high for that, but okay. Yeah. Brr-her. Brr-her. Do. Smack him. What level are we for? Cleanse the world of evil. Alright. Done in the Bloodmore. Whoa! You're going! Back to the cold, cold plains. Hit him, thank you. Do. Stop it. Yeah, that's more like it. Plenty of voodoo men here this time. Oh my god, stop. So many. And X. And get that scepter just in case. It might be something good. Thank you. Thank you, thorns. Ding. Do 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 do. Do. Jeez. So much stuff. Charge potion. Yeah. Clobber. Okay. 10 to life is level 14? That, don't seem right. Seems a little high. 1 to energy. Eh. Not even gonna put it on. Another yellow dagger. So these even have... Wait, so... Oh, melee attacks deal splash damage. So only melee attacks get splash damage. Okay. I was gonna say, if you could throw one of these and it does splash damage, oof. That might be a little too much. Like, you already have the advantage of distance. But then to also just hit multiple people with a single projectile. Without having to spend magic. Get him. Get him. Ooh, more thorns, I'll take it. When do you get thorns? Is that... That's not even in this tree. Oh, there it is. Level 6. Wait, what? Reflects physical damage back at the attacker. Attacker takes damage of 2. 15% chance of open wounds. Open wounds? What is that? Open wounds per second. Is that like damage over time or something? Also, it gets bonuses from things. Might and Defiance. Wait. Let's get... What's Defiance? Oh, okay. Alright. I couldn't... No, it wouldn't let me do that. I have to see, just to be sure. Oh, I can. I can't attack. But I could just have 2 auras on. Huh. Wait, what is this? Move only. Huh. I could just run around with thorns and prayer. Huh. That's kind of goofy. Defense rating, physical damage reduction. This doesn't get any bonuses from anything. Nothing in here gets bonuses. Holy Fire gets bonus, Holy Freeze, Holy Shock. Sanctuary, Thorns. And then all... Well, Smite doesn't. That doesn't, that does, that does, that doesn't. Okay. Alright. Dun dun duck dun dun dun. I don't know if you could even do that, though. I was just thinking pacifist. Just have thorns kill everybody. But then to do that, you would need thorns immediately. You'd have to level up at least once. If you could run around and try to find equipment that had thorns on it. That would be your way into that. A challenge for the future, perhaps. I don't know how that would work with magic attacks. I don't think thorns... Yeah, because this is physical damage. Or it damages nearby enemies with magic. Okay. Reduces enemy magic resistance. Okay, well there you go. There's a better one. So you just have to work your way down. It's a sanctuary. Huh. I could probably stomach that. It would be very slow, but... slow, and I think later on... there's more thorns. Later on, it would get increasingly more difficult, because you just have to stand there and take damage. Attack rating, sure. But it's better than permadeath and, you know, having to restart every time I say a naughty word. Much rather just take an in-game death at this point. Do 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 do. Oh, we don't want to leave yet. I have more to explore. We haven't even done the cave yet. Damn. Excuse me. Does my thorns hurt you? I love it. Yeah, I'm not even gonna mess around with thorns though. Like I said, we'll save that for another time. Pacifist run. I'm not doing anything. But then some would probably argue, you know, nah, that's about as pacifist as you could get in this game. Having your auras do all the work. Or a summon or skeleton or something. Having a summon fight for you the whole time. It's fine letting your necromancer just coast through normal mode, but once you hit nightmare, need to get your things together. I mean, all you really have to do is replace skeletons with revive, and you'll be better. I think skeleton mastery affects revived monsters. I think that's how it works. Come here. Let me pound your brain. Do 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 do. I guess then too. Just do a bunch of decks in that run. Maybe just enough strength to get the better armor. Yeah. Almost got the whole place cleared out. Hope nothing bad happens. The magical arrows and bolts is really cool. I like that. Darned if you do. Darned if you don't. You can't say that. You can't say darn. I'm telling Jesus. He'll say, what? I'm dead, leave me alone. I was tortured to death. You really think I care what you have to say? Jesus is just really sour. You did that for nothing. Ugh. Still just dead. Back to the cave. Hope there's no ice lady here. Like this. Hope you can deal with the beating I'm about to dish out on you. Feel the power of the Lord slapping you across the face. To tell the Jesus. Nobody messes with the Jesus. That's not what he says. That's the made-for-TV version. Ow. What are you hitting me with? Stop it! Teleportation?
I can't carry anymore.
What? We're not even to the bottom yet and you're already overburdened? I was actually wondering that. It actually is on, it was on TV. Because the only times I had ever seen it on television was pay channels. I didn't even know that movie existed. Until it like showed up on HBO or something like that. I don't remember, it was so long ago. It's probably terrible. Constant censoring. Okay. 1 to energy. It's got attack rating on it, though. I'll take it. It's better than nothing, I guess. Ah! Telekinesis. Keep it. Oops, that's not what I wanted. 3 to energy. Garbage. The scene, breaking the guy's car, for example. They use is. Do you see what happens when you have fun with a stranger in the Alps? that had to be like, they said, hey, if you're gonna censor it, this is what you're gonna put there. Because that's so random and specific. Or not specific, but that's just so, like, it's so random. Yeah, like somebody had to have it, like, premeditated or something. I don't know. That's so goofy. Is there a clip of that on YouTube? That's amazing. Do you see what happens, Larry? I mean, I can look for it too. You're already multitasking. I wasn't asking so you could look for it. I was just kind of like, generally speaking. Here, let's see. Maybe? When you find a stranger in the Alps. Hang on. This is great.
What are you doing?
Here you go, Larry. You see what happens? You see what happens, Larry? You see what happens? This is what happens, Larry. You see what happens, Larry? You see what happens when you find a stranger in the Alps? You see what happens, Larry? You see what happens, Larry? This is what happens when you feed us scrambled eggs.
What? When you feed a what? Scrambled eggs?
What happens when you feed us scrambled eggs?
When you feed a stoner scrambled eggs?
What happens? You see what happens, Larry? You see what happens, Larry? This is what happens when you feed us scrambled eggs. What happens, Larry? What happens when you fool a stranger? What the hell are you?
When you fool a stranger?
Hey, man. I just bought that guy last week. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, I'm gonna kill you. I just bought that guy last week. Come on, man. I'll kill you, Carmen.
No, hey, that's not his hand.
No, man. No.
Oh, no, man. No.
Like that.
No.
I'll kill you, ugly Carmen. I'll kill you, ugly Carmen. Hey, look it. You see what happens, Larry? You see what happens, Larry? This is what happens when you feed us scrambled eggs.
I feel like it's feed a stoner scrambled eggs, but I don't... I don't know. That was something. Find a stranger in the Alps. Back when censorship wasn't just, you know, they cared. And the title was that was it Big Lebowski but edited badly? Like, that's pretty funny. Kind of friend that goes in too deep on stuff all the time for no reason. Doesn't really think things through. Yeah. Cold crow, I'll make you warm. 'Cause you're dead. Bleeding. The wound festers. Well, this does... Yeah. Take that. Nice. Do you see what happens, Larry? You see what happens when you feed a stoner scrambled eggs? I don't know what else it could be. There's too much noise going on. Doesn't make sense, but find a stranger in the Alps doesn't make sense either. Like he's saying, feed his child scrambled eggs? I guess. Great. All the censorship. Well, about that censorship here, we don't want you to have fun and just be natural. Nope, nope, nope. Nice. Whoa. 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 This is what happens, Larry. Stop it. So many short staffs, sheesh. Hand axe. This. I see that. Give me that. Stamina. Alright. What are you doing back here? Stop being undead. Got that flaming diarrhea. Whole thing is fascinating. Character experiment. What? The Big Lebowski? We're finding a stranger in the Alps. We're seeing what happens when you feed a child scrambled eggs. Slowly, I just could sit there and deconstruct it for hours. It's a very good movie. It's too bad. It's too bad, like everything else, there's an annoying fan base. They're not that annoying, but just the fan base is annoying. Like, they're not as bad as some fan bases, but if, like, there's always people that just get too into things and ruin it for everyone else, that kind of deal. Because I don't know if it's still going on, but there was, like, like gatherings or cons or whatever you want to say for that movie specifically. It's like, that's a little too much. Like, it's a good movie, but let's chill. Like, there's a reason I don't watch slash like Boondock Saints anymore. Because there was somebody in my life that was way too obsessed with that, and it just ruined it for me. It was fun because it was a little movie no one knew. And then it got popular, and then it was just ugh. Which way is... Okay, cool. There's nothing wrong with it, it's fun. Nothing around. Problem is that these annoying fans have to make... Yeah, exactly. Yeah, see, I don't even like musicals, but I still recognize, you know, that movie. Like, I still watched it. I still think, you know, it's as good as it can be for someone like me who necessarily doesn't like that kind of stuff. But I don't think it's bad by any means. It's just not for me. Never did again after they had one time. We're at the beginning. They used water guns for rain. There's not water in the... Oh. Urine, I'm assuming.
My army will destroy.
How quickly did they get out of there? Jesus. Save me. Eat it. Get back here. Wolf head. Ain't nobody being a druid. Bardiche.
Sisters, there was no other way.
I guess let's go get her right away then. I'm the one that especially hate it when people get judged just because something isn't... Well, that's a little too much.
I can't use that.
What? Oh, level 3. It is clear that we're facing a big, bad, evil man. There we go. Doot. Guess it's better than nothing. Oop. Yeah. I'll keep what I got. Don't want that. I already sold it. do. When stuff like that happens, just observe. to be treated poorly. Yeah. Yeah. 'Tis fair. 'Tis only fair.
What can I do for you?
I mean, that's maximum damage, maximum damage. Don't matter, just something. Oh,
I'll put that to good use.
we'll get you some armor on the way. No, 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 no. Okay. Alright. Is she fire? Is she ice? What is she? Oops, just guzzled my potion. Dun, dun. Ugh. Good job, good job. Keep shooting, keep shooting, keep shooting. Wake the dead. Key. About how much? New. Be one thing if he actually. Problem is that the guy. Self-centered douchebags. Ah, yeah, yeah. And they're probably dead now. Do 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 do. Consider yourself a hardcore edgelord. It's pretty cringy, bro. It's pretty cringy. Oh, hey, armor. Something great, but it's better than nothing.
I'll put that to good use.
You sure will. I'll put that to good poos. Poos? Poos. Yeah. We'll just keep doing that. Kick, kick. Kick, kick, kick. Smash! Pretty hardcore, bro. Breaking Benjamin's my most favoriteest band ever. I'm so hardcore, bro. I make anime music videos all the time with Linkin Park. I'm so cool, bro. Wanna hang out and watch some pornography after school? I don't think there's anything else in here. See, first got interested in video editing, making was the website. Oh, that's an actual website. Ugh. I'd probably click on it and immediately turn back. Sheer unhinged number. Yeah, yeah. I could say a lot of things about that, but I'm trying to censor myself right now, so I'm not even gonna attempt. It's a difference when you're young. There's the difference between I don't know. I never seen the appeal. I always thought it was like a young thing, but then there's like people nowadays, older, people that are older that enjoy those, and it's, I don't know. I don't like to use the word often, but it makes me wince pretty hard. So I won't use the word, and I'll use an alternative. Wince. Wince sounds better than the other word. That I just said not but 5 minutes ago. She started basically is like essentially making fun of bad. Huh. Yep. And just like all the other memes in the world, they overstay their welcome after about 2 minutes. That's all a meme is to me, is just a dead joke. Like, as soon as it becomes a meme, it's just a dead joke. You can do whatever you want, but I don't find it funny. The only meme I found funny, and it was so short-lived, was the Dagoth text-to-speech stuff. Like, I genuinely got a kick out of that. Like, just because it was Dagoth and Morrowind. It was such a niche, small thing. Just to hear him say things was just hilarious. And it's not even necessarily the things he was saying, because most of the time it was just like modern generation, whatever you want to call it. What do they call that? It's just poo brain dialogue. It wasn't necessarily what he was saying, it was just the fact that he was saying things that he doesn't say. It's very different and fun.
I am overburdened.
Already? How? Still managed to be so overburdened with this much inventory space. I think there needs to be something fresh, like there's funny said that Jesus was doing 6-7. Yeah, I don't. Let's go back to town. Six, 7, 8, 9. But why is 6 afraid of 7? Ugh. Sewage breath, boy. Get rid of That's so big. Why is it red though? Oh, because it's not. Alright, yeah. Should probably move some of this stuff. 1 to strength. There we go. Okay. Is my own variation, which is that. Okay. Stretch.
Good day.
Some of these are like that is the resistance on it. That's not bad. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. 10 life. Yeah, we'll just hang on to that. Okay. Now we go back. Guitar. Get him. Okay. What's that? Garbage. Easy. Oh, gold. Oh. Nice. That's better than...
I'll put that to good use.
Alright, cool. Cool. Got my first epic legendary shield. Epic legendary. Oh boy. Hey. Let's go to Stony. Stony. Bing ding 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 ding. Ho ho. This is a stony field. It has stones in it. Short staff. Ugh! Stop burning me. Scepter. Waypoint. Clobber him. Money. Yeah. Oh. Bash him. Possessed, hungry, dead. Oh my goodness. 2? What's your favorite question mark? I don't know. One hour photo is pretty good. I never... I don't remember if I seen it actually. Insomniac? Takes place in Alaska, I think.
And so it came to...
I don't know. I can't do favorites. Favorites really doesn't exist for me. I don't think there's anything that I could... Yeah, I don't have a favorite. I don't know. But yeah, I think he's fine. I can't think of any of his movies in particular that like really speak or call out to me at the moment. Interesting too, because when he was filming 1 Hour Photo,
The mystery of these stones.
he was also on Whose Line Is It Anyway? So it's kind of a weird, you know, super serious movie, and then he's overdoing like charades and stuff with Drew Carey and friends. I don't know, because most of his movies are like kids' movies. So it's like, I don't... Most of the, like, Disney, Aladdin, and was it, the one where he was a bat? Was that Fern Gully or whatever? Or no, that was, Antasia, whatever that, with the train, and I think there was a sequel to it. I don't know. None of it's, like, stands out to me. It's all... Again, I think he's fine, but... It's the same thing every movie he's in. When it comes to those animated ones. Why his hair is like that. Yeah, exactly. Yep. There was that one I remember. I was in and out of the room when it was playing. I think it's like Father of the Year or something it's called. His son in the movie kills himself via autoerotic asphyxiation, but he doesn't want anyone to know that's how he died. So he just starts spreading lies and stuff and saying how great he was and all this crap, and it comes back to bite him towards the end. I think that's what it was called, Father of the Year. Yeah, it's very different. Because he catches the son doing it once, and then he catches him again, and he's like, hey, come on, stop it. And then he walks in the room, and the kid's dead. And then that leads to the rest of the movie. See, I find those more interesting than like I get it. You grew up with Aladdin. I got it. It's fine, but is Genie any different than the Bat or any other animated creature he played? Try to think of those roles that it's actually like something different, and that's where you get those more dramatic roles, because you get to see him in a different light, and it's more interesting to me, anyways. Again, I didn't watch lots of Disney growing up. I didn't like Disney, period. It was Looney Tunes and Tex Avery and stuff like that. Like older Disney maybe, but when they started singing constantly, like that was beyond me at that point. I was too old for that. It's like, I'm not doing this. This isn't for me. Every movie had to have singing. It's just obnoxious. Like, can I not just watch a movie without being sung at? Kids' movies most of the time. Just makes references. Just acts really... Yeah, exactly. But then, too, see, that's where it's different for me. Because Jim Carrey, I think of, like, The Mask or Ace Ventura 2. But then again, he has those other movies where he's really, you know... It's a different role, and those are more interesting. But, yeah, I can name Jim Carrey movies that I like that are more up everybody's alley than I can for Robin Williams. Liar, liar. Exception of The Mask and Liar, Liar, which I think are best. Not really a huge fan. I think he's... Well, that's the thing. Like, those two, Mask and Ace Ventura 2, other than that, it's like Jim Carrey plays Jim Carrey. Is this hardcore? No. We're already... We're, with the challenge set in place, we've already died. This is our 10th character now. Well, we haven't died. We had to restart 10 times. 9 times. But yeah, I don't know what it is. Maybe because, like, Ace Ventura movies or Jim Carrey movies are more adult-oriented. As opposed to Robin Williams is, you know, more childlike when it comes to the comedy. So maybe that's why I can think of Jim Carrey over Robin Williams. What challenge? No swearing. Which sounds silly, but it's been a lot more difficult than you might think. Don't like, but I never... Yeah, that's what I think he's fine. And I think a part of why I don't think he's the best thing ever is, again, I didn't do all those cartoons. So there was no attachment there. Like, I think I've seen Jumanji more than Aladdin. And I wouldn't say Jumanji's great. It's got some terrible CGI. Like, even for the time. Really bad. Yeah, Jumanji's fine. Birdcage is good. See, that's what I mean. I go to the movies that aren't... They're different. Birdcage is a lot of fun. I like Birdcage. If you haven't seen Birdcage, watch it. Remember him mostly from Hook. He was a jerk. But in Jumanji, his references, acting silly, was dialed back. Oh yeah, no, it was a bit more serious. The most goofy he is in that movie is when he comes out of the board for the first time. And that's just because he's Jungle Man and don't know what's going on. So it's like, this makes sense. Or like, even on a serious note, like a more serious movie, but where he's still kind of acting like Robin Williams, Fisher King. He's like a insane homeless person. So he's still acting goofy, but it's not normal goofy. It's mentally ill goofy. Ace Venturas were funny, but I fear they might not be as funny. I watched them both when they came out a lot, as they came out, or whatever you want to say. The second one I enjoy more than the first, and I've seen it, like, I think the last time I seen it was maybe 5-6 years ago, and I still, like, laughed a lot and remember a lot of the lines, which is pretty bad. Because yeah, I watched that when I don't think I saw it in theaters, but I had it when it came out shortly thereafter on VHS. Kung Pao is that way too. I've seen Kung Pao a lot. Actually, I think one is the better movie. One is more of like a, it's not as funny, but I would say, yeah, it's a better movie because, you know, it's got the plot and the detective work, and it's more of a movie than the second, where the second is, it just feels like a vehicle for Jim Carrey to be Jim Carrey. Death to Smoochie. That's another Robin Williams movie that's not normal and is fun. See, it's all the weird ones. Those, I find those so much more enjoyable than any Mrs. Doubtfire or cartoon movie. And you also have Edward Norton in that, so it's like, say what you will about him, but he's enjoyable to watch. Einhorn is a man. Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty strange. It was like, but it doesn't look like a man. It's just thinking at the time, thinking now too, it's like, that's some very, very good plastic surgery. Insufferable in a lot of things, but he's, well, and I've heard he's like a terrible, he's a jerk. But I guess when you're, you know, so sure of yourself and your abilities, you kind of get a big head. Actress was an actual man. To be fair, I wouldn't say he's more... She wanted to dress up like a man. 6 years old. Yeah, right, you're younger. Yeah. Let's see what we got. 1 to Dex, fine. Control left click, okay. So these stack up to 50? That's pretty good. Garbage, 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 garbage. Garbage, garbage, garbage. Poison damage, I'll take it. Poison resistance. Replenish life 4. I got my aura. I'll take that. Or wait, this...
I'll put that to good use.
Ah. Why are these... What's going on here? Is it poison, resistance? That. 1 to strength. Extra. Oh, yeah, that's trash. Get that out of there. What everybody problem thinking could be argued to be, if you consider just not faking it. Well, I don't know. It doesn't go so far as that. It was just whatever. It was a different time. And you got to think too, that would be a little jarring.
What you need?
If you kissed somebody and it's like, oh, I'm actually this. It's like, I don't want to say a normal person, but most people, that would be their response. Maybe not shoving their shirt down their throat to, like, gag themselves like he does, but still. But I'm sure there's an article somewhere. Oh, yeah, I'm sure. He apologized for that? Why? Why would you apologize for that at all? I don't understand. I feel like there's nothing wrong. Apologize for playing a serial killer? With mental problems and he wanted to be a woman? Like, I don't get it. That's why you just don't apologize. Because then it just brings up more questions. It's like... It makes you think, well, how... Again, I don't see why he's apologizing. So did he view the role differently? Is it... I don't know. That's that's where it's like people are just thinking too much into it, I feel. Just shut up and watch the movie. Whoa! Extra strong, my butt. You ain't nothing. I like that physical missiles like arrows they still take physical damage from thorns. Books 2 and both the book and the movie, the books really go in depth. Most ignorant thing they say, they're usually passive, which is not true. Can be anything, so that's nowhere near close. Well, you got to think too, the one where the book's made. Different time, different place. I feel like that's a big part of it. Is you realize the world wasn't always like this, right? Things were different. Whether it was science or people or food or whatever, things were just different. That whole thing hadn't happened until relatively recent, if you think about it. Oof. Man. Yeah, it's just all around better. Different time. No point did they portray as negative even at the time. I think he apologized for it. Plus, it's not like he's just an act. Right, yeah. Well, he should have not taken the role. and he should have starved for months. If you're an actor, you know, that's what you do, so... And then if you get something weird like that, where you're playing a serial killer who wants to dress up in women's skin, that's like, you know... You want to... Well, I guess it depends on what you consider an actor. You see a role like that, and you figure, you know, you want to go for it and give it a try and experience this new character that you've never done before. That kind of thing. Use your acting chops. I'm just getting everybody's helmets now. Yeesh. Rakanisho. Trying. Oh, I'm sure. Some new big upcoming, you know, director wants to use him, but he won't because of his portrayal as Buffalo Bob and Silence of the Lambs. If anything, it should be the inverse of that, but... Buffalo Bob or Buffalo Bill? I always forget. Two different movies. Apologizing to the community for playing Hitler. Is that why what's his name disappeared? What Tiki? What We Do in the Shadows guy? Because he played Hitler and then just kind of vanished. Which I wish he didn't get involved with Marvel stuff. Really wish he hadn't. Because outside of, like, I don't think any good director or actor should get involved in that schlock, but What We Do in the Shadows is great. It's a great movie. And the couple of series, there's obviously the FX series for What We Do in the Shadows, and then there's a show about the cops that are in the movie What We Do in the Shadows, and I think it was only in... What is he? Is he a Kiwi? I forget what he is, but it was only in his... I think over in that country it aired, but that was also really good. And then that movie where he played Hitler wasn't bad either. It was kind of funny. But then, like, I don't know, the Thor movie, and I think he did Green Lantern. Did some other stuff too, I think. But it just, I don't know. It's like when Sam Raimi did that Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange movie. It's like all of that unique director's vision and voice is stripped out to make room for this generic, hollow superhero movie. Which you could see some of it in Doctor Strange, but it was still ultimately just... Like, why did you get him? Just as a poll for people who know him? Like, hey, we got the guy who did Evil Dead and the Spider-Man movies. And he's not really allowed to do his thing in this movie. Buffalo Bill was silence. Buffalo Bob. I always confuse the two. Same darn name. But yeah, what is? Hang on, let me get his name. What Tiki? What we do in the shadows. Taika Waititi. And then I don't know if he had anything to do with Flight of the Conchords, which is what Jermaine Clement was in. Oh, he did the Renfield movie? Huh. Interesting. Season 2 because entertainment industry. You can prove you can make money, you'll... Except for... Yeah, that guy's... Say a lot about him. What we do in the shadows? No, he didn't have anything to do with Flight of the Conchords. Wellington Paranormal, that's what it's called. That was really good. I enjoyed that. Yeah, there's a few things on here. A lot of stuff I don't recognize. Oh. Coming again that anybody, that nobody, yeah. I think he has lots of money and he can weasel his way into anything. Like he was in that newest Tron movie, and then I guess he's in the He-Man movie that's coming out. I think he's Skeletor. The thing I can guess is that maybe he has dirt. Probably. Kind of like the guy who's been spearheading all the recent Star Trek stuff. He's got to have dirt on somebody. Because nobody likes what he's doing. Did so bad, they're still putting him in stuff. Yeah, I don't get it. I will say this, I watched Morbius, and I don't think it was any worse than any of the other superhero crap that's been coming out. It's about on par with the rest of it. But I don't like 95% of those movies, so I think they're all pretty much the same. Garbage. Theaters was the funniest thing. Yeah, Sony lost so much money from that. It's not even that. I mean, if you... It's so ridiculous that, like, oh my god, it's a meme. Because people like the memes of it, yeah. What's his face was pretty funny. It was funny to watch him overact. The doctor. Is his name like Matt Smith or something? He did a good job hamming it up. For the early 2000 Spider-Man movies. Yeah. Well, and that was a period of time before it went into this overboard mess of just... Even a lot of DC stuff has the same feel as Marvel. Like, it's like the same jokes and things. They're coming through. Bashing faces. It's like you could watch one Marvel movie and you've seen them all. Because it's the same, it's always the same storyline, it's always the same jokes, it's always the same character. It's just... Nah, I'm good. Stop it. Brash brains! Oh, they don't have brains. Ooh, another shield? I don't need another shield. If you're gonna get up here, do it.
I am overburdened.
Yeah, you're really overburdened. Here. Give me this. Yeah. Stupid set. It's always that crud. Yeah, I can't really swing this. I'm gonna have to come back. Ugh. Only actor to ever have the same movie. He was the main star. Twice. I hate how he's been in stuff forever. Like, and he's been in like legitimately good stuff too. Fight Club and American Psycho, and it's like, why is he everywhere? Well, and he gets his face caved in Fight Club as well, but still. It's like, can you just go away? Sure. 3 to defense. That's a big boy, though. I don't know. Let's see. Cold resistance. That's nice. Ooh, fire damage. Attacker. Energy. 16. Give you this.
Put that to good use.
Got some fire damage.
Good use.
Okay. What level are we? 10? Or 9? The only good movies he is in are ones where he is the victim. Yes. It's Epstein's son. I mean, he does run a cult, and apparently he's one of those people who, likes folk of a certain age variety, I'm told. Allegedly. I mean, that's one more level. Poison resistance, strength. It's bad method actors. That's the thing that made me really dislike him, was all the stuff he... Oh, yeah. Yes, this is very nice. Some method acting is fine. Harassing people. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Oh, I forgot about this stuff. I'll keep it because it's a green, but I ain't using it. Here, we'll put these somewhere else, too. Never heard of a female Method actor. Hmm. Not that I can think of offhand. Hmm. Played a character called Crow, and do you think... Go sneeze. Back in we go. Give me this and give me this. That might be better than what you're wearing. 1 to energy. Strength is higher. That's all I care about. 1 to cold damage. Undead, undead, undead. Take the cold damage instead. Alright. Get him! Bludgeon him! And Daniel Day-Lewis. He is a method actor. Daniel Day-Lewis. Like looking for stuff that I've seen him in, and I Oh, Last of the Mohicans, I suppose, yeah. His list is actually pretty small. It's not that big. But yeah, I haven't really seen him in much. Anything, really. But yeah, he is in the Mohicans. Actors who can act really well. Cool people like Peter Cushing. Huh. Interesting. The only thing I know Peter Cushing from is obviously Cushing is obviously Star Wars and Top Secret. He's in Top Secret for about 5 minutes. Isn't he the Helsing in the Christopher Lee Dracula movies? Oh yeah, right there. Okay. Yep. Gotta look over at chat. Yeesh. Already missing quite a bit. Let's go back this way a little bit. There's the whole camp I gotta clean up. Trash. Maximum damage. Attack rating. 1 to strength. He's inside. He also played Sherlock Holmes. That's why if sometimes something I say doesn't make sense, that's specifically that. Yes, that's why. Yes, he is currently working whilst here. The man is committed to sit here and listen to me say nothing. Disappointment is measurable in my day's ruined. Saw me. Move fast. You gotta play, Typing of the Dead. I don't know if they pulled it from Steam. Typing of the Dead Overkill was on there, but I had heard that they were going to pull it. I don't know if they did or not. Otherwise, you could just find the original Typing of the Dead. Probably for free. Oops. Do. Ah! Thank you, Thorns. Granted, I have to work the keyboard, but that's... I never... I always looked at the keyboard when I typed, and as I get... You know, as I type more and more, I find myself not looking at the keyboard so much. When it comes to like typing at a good pace, I don't know if these were classes back or now or whenever. I know when computers first started being a thing, we had typing classes, and I never found them helpful at all. It's just funny that sitting here doing my thing, I have learned how to type better, faster than any class could teach. I don't know how you necessarily teach something like that either. It's more so like repetition, really. At least that's how I don't want to say got better, but got better. Just doing it over and over and over and over and over until you eventually just know where everything is. As opposed to, we had like... You had to look at a book and not the screen, and you had to make sure your finger placement was right, and you looked at the book and you typed what was on the book, and then you looked over and to see what percentage was correct and what wasn't. That doesn't really help to get better when you already are terrible and don't know anything or what's going on. Or
This tree bristles with magic.
what did that say? Anaphus? Petition is the key to learning. This is discovered for years. It's part of the reason why falling, because they try to cram so much. Yeah. I feel like the education is a part of it. But what you really need is experience to connect. Yeah, that was the thing. Like, didn't have a computer, and then occasionally you'd go to school and do it, and it's like, well, I'm not gonna get better doing this, like, for what, 20 minutes, if that? Just felt like a waste of time. But they wanted to show off their amazing Macintosh computers and advance the world through technology, blah blah blah. Here, learn how to type. Like, I'm by no means great or anything, but I've definitely improved over the years. Over a long enough timeline, everyone gets better. Maybe. I don't know. You... Grr! Why does it keep showing an empty health bar with red text? I keep seeing that. You gotta go into the building, grab the scimitar. Thank you. I figure at this point, probably remember what state I told you I'm in. It's an M1. IPPI? That's more so just my brain not working. It's on my speedrun page. Oh, gotcha. I'm gonna dox you. And clear this area out first. Take this! Them's is scary. Actually, I'm not gonna be able to clear out this area. 13 poison over 2 seconds. Can't use any of these. 22. Another one. 2D. Okay. It's not doxing because I'm open. Right. Do you have your current address on there too? Social security number? Right, yeah. Yes. Whoa! Whoa!
I can't carry it.
You can't carry the turds? That's not even a good targe. Alright, let's go back. Jump.
Ah, very good.
Oh, very good. Yes. Level 10 now. And we're only doing vitality. Just because. Because I said so. Another aspect about learning I think people forget about is making mistakes makes bad because you learn from them making mistakes. I make connections. Right.
Good day.
Good day. So, no. Okay, now we're getting the terrible jewels. I know you can keep all the rings and... Oh! Light radius, attack rating, and 5, 2... Don't really have anything to worry about with poison yet. If you're not gonna stay up here, stop coming up here. Not exactly comfortable. Poison, poison. 6 to life, 6 to resistance, 1 to strength. Get rid of this. I'm gonna need to build up these damages more and more, because I should probably get more attack rating too, really. Keep an eye out for that dex and attack rating. Are you going to make... I hadn't really thought about it. That's one thing I never really did in this game, was a lot of rune words. Like, I know they're awesome. I never did them. Bottom right in the shop? Oh, is either the duel thing or the respec. I'm assuming you need this in order to duel people? I'm not sure. And the thing above it is a respec. Played a good bit of it, so I don't know what the deal is. Like what the rune words do. They make very, very powerful items, better than some of the set items you get. Well, better than a lot of the set items you get. Like, I always got them from people. I never really made them. Meant why never use them. Came with the box set, even though it was outdated. I had the guy that came with the box set. You got a figurine? Oh, guide. The guide doesn't tell you anything. That guide is worthless. It's so bad. The Lord of Destruction guide literally copies up until Diablo, it just copies the original game's instruction guide. So say if you're using that guide for whatever reason, you needed tips on how to beat Diablo as an assassin or a druid, it's not in there. Every other class, but no assassin or druid. It's a very terrible guide. Was it Brady? Terrible guides. Prima was the good guides. And then I don't know who makes guides anymore. Piggyback wasn't too bad. But that was towards the end where I stopped buying guides, but Prima was always the best. Brady, whatever. Their Final Fantasy IX guide is so terrible. Any real information is not in the guide. They tell you to go onto the Final Fantasy IX website and use this code to find the information you need. It's so bad. It's the most worthless guide I've ever seen. Awful. Awful, awful, awful. But Mortal Kombat guides are more useful than that. And those just have move lists that you can look up online. Yeah, it's awful. It's because like I'm assuming the internet was more of because you had the internet, and the internet was a big thing. We didn't have the internet. The internet was not a consistent thing we had. Sometimes we had it, sometimes we didn't. So when you tell me to look up things online, I can't. That's why I have the guide. The guide does not help me. And then like I don't know about Final Fantasy VIII, but Final Fantasy VII, there's like 3 different guides for that game. There's a really thin crap one, and then there's a smaller, thicker, good one. And it's like, why is there 2 different guides? Awful. Awful, awful, awful. Nobody knew what they were doing. Nah, we'll go back to that. Nah, I'm gonna clear that out first. Square at the time had just started their online guide stuff. It's terrible. And I know I had it at one point or another, but I don't remember. I don't think the Final Fantasy X guide had that stuff. So I don't know. They must have learned. Kingdom Hearts games, Secret Boss pretty much says, yeah, you have to figure it out on your own. That's why I bought the guide. And that was around the time that they fused or joint or whatever with Square Enix. Or Enix, sorry. So that probably had something to do with it too. Just too much going on at the time, I'm sure. I'll play devil's advocate. I'll vouch for the big garbage AAA company that only makes one type of game nowadays. We have action RPG and action RPG and action RPG and action RPG. Wow! Do you want to play action RPG with Final Fantasy skin? Do you want to play action RPG with robot skin? I'm surprised they didn't make the Dragon Quest VII remake action RPG. I still have it with Sphere Guide thing, because I also have it stored with some drawings. Bahamut, Chocobo, and blueprints. Kamari's halberds. Yeah, that Sphere Grid was pretty neat. I like it. It's fun to be able to just turn every character. Once you get so far into the game, every character just becomes the same character. It's pretty funny. Everybody has, like, all the white magic, all the black magic. Just everyone is equally OP. Team composition does not matter. But that's a lot of grinding. Like, going out of the way to grind kind of thing. But it's still fun to do. It would have been cool if it was just like, if everybody had a different grid, and then like Kamari would branch off into everyone's, because that's Kamari's whole thing, you know, he uses other people's abilities. So if Kamari could just go off into everyone else's sphere grid, and he was the only one like that, that would be kind of cool. But he wouldn't be as good as, you know, Yuna or Lulu or Titus in their respected fields. He'd be a red mage. He'd dabble in everything, but he would be the master of nothing. I think it gets unnecessary. The only thing I don't like about 10 is the story. It's so blah. It's so unmemorable and bad that I've beaten that game so many times and I still do not remember what happened at the end. Like, oh, he was dead the whole time, but if that was true, how was he able to go into the place with all the dead people and not disappear like Orin? I don't get it. Same thing with Final Fantasy IX. I beat it a handful of times. Still don't remember the ending. It's like, oh, this monkey boy was brought to the Earth to destroy it? But there's a good monkey and a bad monkey? What? I don't know. Still waiting for the final Final Fantasy. I think I said this before. I think they'll make it to like 30-ish, and then that something will happen. Whether it's the end of the world or whatever. I think 30 in that ballpark is going to be when it disappears. Something will happen. Because you got to think too, they're going to constantly remake everything. They're going to constantly do spin-offs. So we have a good amount of time before we get to 30. I guess I'll go save Kane now. Deckard Kane! If you value your life, leave here at once.
The Order welcomes you.
I don't need that. Okay, what was this? Oh, yeah, keep that.
Where can I take you?
I don't even remember the music in Diablo 3. But 1 and 2 have... it's just... perfect. 1 is more like atmospheric and spooky. They have different like feels, it's tones? Question mark. But 3 I don't remember, and I didn't play enough to 4 to remember. Didn't play enough of 4 to remember anything. I'd kind of like to revisit it at some point. We'll see. I think I played like 2.5 hours of 4, and I didn't want to play it at the time, so I returned it. But then seeing how much recycling they've done in 4, like how many characters pop back into the story, whether, you know, they were already dead or they die in the game, whatever. It just feels like it feels like such a small world. It's boring. It's like Star Wars. It's like, oh, it's always the Skywalkers. It's like, it's a huge universe, and we're concentrating on such a small aspect of the world. It feels terribly lazy. Like, I get it. They're the aspects of evil. You can come up with new aspects of evil. How many times is Diablo going to die?
Tristram.
Did I say ass? Well, now I've said ass, so it doesn't matter. Did I actually say it? You fucked me. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I just... Did you not just hear what I said? It's over. That's it. Alright, well, we've been playing this for 6 hours then. I'm gonna take a BRB and come back with something else. Let me at least do this. He was the 10th character and he was at level 10. Yeah, accurate name, huh? Alright, so yeah, I will be back in a bit.